You don't say to mama, you don't read. Says the tracking angel. You don't boast to mama, you don't cut. Now chain you the cut. Okay, now make I use my microscope, scan a reality scan, nigga area Biafra phobia mentality. See, set Mazin Namdi Kanu free. One war. They don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is a scary name of Biafra. I love this very name of Biafra. Biafra. Most I judge a bless Biafra. Chukwuki Biafra bless. Conscientiousness bless Biafra. Started in 1804 by Utman down Fodio. Rinom go be to Sokoto. Boo, Sa Amadou Bello. They massacred the house, Marigi and Pura. What about the Shua? Zamfara and Adamawa. Referendum is the voice of everyone. Real freedom, Yahweh must be done on the land. Simon, they don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is a scary name of Biafra. I love this very name of Biafra. Biafra, Biafra. Most I judge a bless Biafra. Chukwuki Biafra bless. Conscientiousness bless Biafra. Biafra, Biafra. They tried by the canories. These reckless FOOLANI. They conquer the Lorraine, fooling, fooling. They killing in Benue every day. Naija State and Plateau State every day. The whole of Middle Belt State every day. Our move, don't do. Say we move, but now we move. They don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is a scary name of Biafra. I love this very name of Biafra. Biafra, Biafra. Most I judge a bless Biafra. Chukwuki Biafra bless Biafra. Conscientiousness bless Biafra. Biafra, Biafra. We know that they are the terrorists. Like the man called Shegumi terrorist. Gabe Sheva Dixinabemi terrorist. Isa Ali Ibrahim Batami terrorist. Boko Haram in the army, terrorists. They stop the people from farming, terrorists. Abubakar Malami, terrorists. Mainstream media swami, terrorists. Now we have more sellers than buyers. Information minister liar, Mr. like Mohammed and liar. The truth is Biafra's fire. They don't want to hear the name of Biafra. For them is a scary name of Biafra. I love this very name of Biafra. Biafra. Most I judge a bless. Chukwuki Biafra bless. Conscientiousness bless Biafra. 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 They can come into Biafra land, one them. Run them out of do the land, one them. And run them out now. Run them out now. Yo. Divided nations, decent, playing their bloody games against Biafra with the AU all the same. What a shame. Such a pain. Nnamdi Kanu says Biafra. He comes away. Biafra. Black people worldwide say Biafra. Marcus Gaveway. Biafra.
Thank you for joining me tonight. Let us pray. Thank you. Please hit the like button and let everyone know that Vam 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 is live. Day one.
Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etugha eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị Gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịrị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na eji ama mgbe niile n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ebezuga gị anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi si gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija ma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ ha wee daa hapụ ikunye ọzọ obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị na-asị na emeghị chi ọzọ egwezuga gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwere onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị mara onye bi ka na-arịọ gị ise
Thank you, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Let us quickly hear what he had to say many years ago about this Janjaweed, satanic Fulani. Let's hear what Mazin Nnamdi Kanu had to say. They never envisaged, they never expected it, that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, somebody like him, would arise. They never envisaged it.
Fulani never envisaged that the likes of Nnamdi Kanu will ever emerge. They never in a million years. Fulani never envisaged that the likes of Nnamdi Kanu will ever emerge. They never in a million years. They thought that you can bribe anybody. You can buy anybody. Offer him a jet, give him money, tell him, promise him good life with his family. Anywhere he wants. Promise him a house, mansion, oil well, anything he wants. Give him his money. After all, you can buy any Igbo man. You can buy them. They are very weak. You can buy all of them. They never knew who we were. That I come from a line, I wouldn't call it royal, a line of nobility, where you have noble men. Noble men that do not sell their conscience. Fulani never envisaged that the likes of Nnamdi Kanu will ever emerge. They never in a million years. They thought that you can bribe anybody. You can buy anybody. Offer him a jet, give him money, tell him, promise him good life with his family. Anywhere he wants. Promise him a house, mansion, oil well, anything he wants. Give him his money. After all, you can buy any Igbo man. You can buy them. They are very weak. You can buy all of them. They never knew who we were. That I come from a line, I wouldn't call it royal, a line of nobility, where you have noble men that do not sell their conscience.
Wow. If you look at the picture within that, this particular clip, you will see where it is written, Nigeria, Sultan of Sokoto condemns Boko Haram crackdown. That was on the 29th of July, 2011. Sultan of Sokoto condemns Boko Haram crackdown. He was against it. No wonder he began to do some damage control on behalf of Boko Haram. And you know why I am happy is that everything about Nigeria is being exposed. Master Namkan told you Nigeria is an evil entity. The Master Simon Ekpa told us that Nigeria breeds criminality, that Nigeria is an epitome of terrorism. Nigeria is something you can't imagine. It's an embodiment of evil. Because right now, help is coming to stop Boko Haram, and Nigeria government is fighting it. They're fighting it. And you know what they are trying to do? They now want to see if they can soft pedal or silence or lock inside with wisdom and subtlety to lock that man called Ezekiel Dachomo. Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo, There was a suspicion yesterday that he was kidnapped. He said he was not kidnapped eventually, that he was somewhere. I don't know, he was not kidnapped. But the brother that was raising the alarm was raising it because of concern, because he said he was calling his number and his number was no longer going. And he started raising an alarm that this man could or may have been kidnapped. But now the truth is that the man was not kidnapped. Do you know what they did? Do you know what Nigeria government did? We're going to go there. Today, this Sunday, they sent the army chief of their area, whatever name they answer, they sent him to the church of Ezekiel Dachomo. We are going to listen to him and we're going to hear what they said in that church. I'm telling you, Nigeria will never stop propaganda. Nigeria will never stop their cover up. Instead of going after this evil, nipping it in the bud, or now you know you cannot stop it, the United States of America wants to get involved and put a stop to it. All you are doing is trying to gaslight America, as if you can gaslight America in 1,000,000 years. If they even give you 1,000,000 years, can you gaslight America? Can you silence America? Can you stop the United States? If they give you chance now and say, oh yeah, try. Can you? You think they don't have all the updates? Every effort they are making now, it is not to fight the evil called Boko Haram. All the effort they are making is to stop all the action that anybody is trying to take against Boko Haram. Do not be deceived. Nigeria is not willing and is not ready to fight Boko Haram. Nigeria is not ready, not willing. They don't want to make the attempt of trying to stop or fight Boko Haram. They're not willing. They're not willing. That is why you see all the propaganda, all the gaslighting, and all the lies they are being told. And today, they wanted to go and patronize the man in his church. Thank God this evening, Adeola Fashehu did a live interview with him. We are hopefully going to play it tonight. But I'm telling you, they never saw this coming. Before ever, you started hearing the voice of Ezekiel Dachomo. Mazin Nandekano have been singing it on the mountaintop everywhere, telling everybody, these people, look at what they're after. They will not stop. He tried everything, and they tried to stop him. Up to today, every effort to stop Mazin Nandekano have not stopped. They continue. To the extent that in Biafra land today, where there is no terrorism, Nigeria army is scattered everywhere. Can you believe that the places where there are mass murder, mass graves everywhere, there are no checking points from one pillar to post? Where there is terrorism, where there is so much death, there is no army checkpoint everywhere to checkmate all this terrorism. But go to Biafra land. Go to Biafra land. From every 1 meter, you have army. Every 1 meter, you have army. Because they have tried everything they can to conquer Biafra land. They cannot. Even with the presence of their uncircumcised army in Biafra land, yet they cannot conquer Biafra land. That's why we told them that Biafra land will be their burial ground. They thought we were joking. Body bags, they will carry it. They thought we were joking. Tell me, is there terrorists in Biafra land? Is Boko Haram headquartered in Biafra land? All the kidnappings, all the Chibok girls, all those hundreds and all those murders, burning of houses and everything that they did, unalive hundreds of people. More of them, didn't they happen in the north and in the middle belt? What the killings that are happening in Biafra land today, we know that they are being perpetrated by the army whose presence are scattered everywhere in Biafra land. We know. So let me quickly take you to the church of Ezekiel Dachomo, where their army chief, there are so many updates today, so many. But first and foremost, let us go to the church of this man that they sent their their head of army to go there today to do damage control. You will hear what the man was saying, and then you will have questions to ask him. You will have questions to ask him. So let's go. Here we are. Hold on. And don't be surprised who the person is. Of course, Afonja. Afonja, you know, Tifnubu have put all Yoruba Afonja people, have put all of them in charge of their army in those areas. So let's listen to him. Come and listen. Ask this man, what is he going to that church to do? Because they know that this man is still speaking. The man is not getting silent anytime soon. The man, Ezekiel Dachomo, continues to speak, continue to expose the terrorism, the genocide going on in Nigeria, the Christian genocide. They don't like to hear that word, Christian genocide. So let's go. Listen to what happened in the man's church today.
Praise the Lord. Praise Master Jesus. Okay, I am Major General Folusho Eniola.
Major General Folusho Eniola, is that what he said? He's a Yoruba man. Listen to him again. Let's hear that name.
Praise Master Jesus. Okay, I am Major General Folusho
Eniola.
I am from Osun State and the General Officer commanding 3 Division Nigerian Army, as well as Commander of Operation Enduring Peace. We give me great joy to be here and to meet you, Pastor. It is really an honor. And I must say that this is the first time I am worshiping outside the barracks. So
this is the first time this shameless man, this shameless general, this is the first time he's worshiping outside the barracks. Since all this murder, since all this time they have been unaliving, burning churches, destroying places, this is the first time this son of Lucifer, this army general, is worshiping outside the barracks. He dare not go outside the barracks. He knows that outside the barracks, there are Boko Haram unaliving people, massacring and killing spree going on. He never go outside the barracks. But today, he decided to go outside the barracks to do damage control and photo op, so that you will see that the army have come to meet the people and talk with the people. Now listen to him as he continue to talk.
And the General Officer commanding 3 Division Nigerian Army, as well as Commander of Operation Enduring Peace. We give me great joy to be here and to meet you, Pastor. It is really an honor. And I must say that this is the first time I am worshiping outside the barracks. So it gives me joy that I am also worshiping here in Oche, in Barakilai.
That's Pastor Ezekiel. That's his church. This is happening today. Okay.
Of course, Pastor is somebody who is very popular, and I proposed in my heart that I had to come and get to meet him. So, sir, really, I'm honored to meet you, and I'm sure we'll communicate better after the service. Now, I want us to realize that the armed forces of Nigeria, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, the police, is your armed forces, it's your army, it's your police.
Now, suddenly now, because Trump has spoken up and Nigeria is running head-to-head, and they need to do some photo ops to make Donald Trump or some people believe that they want to do something, of which I'm telling you that they are not ready to do anything. He's suddenly telling them the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Kinikon, they are all your army, they are all your whatever. Now, every one of you know that Nigerian Army is not your army. Nigerian Navy is not your Navy. They are the Navy of Boko Haram. They are the Navy of the bandits. You are going to hear our brother Ezekiel telling you today, after this nonsense charade of this army, he's going to tell you that these same armies, they are working with the terrorists. He confirmed it again today.
Nigeria, the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, the police is your armed forces, it's your army, it's your police.
Lie.
I want you to realize that we are here for you.
We are here for you. Just today for the video, just to record this video, he's telling you they are here for you. Where were you when all those murder and massacre have been going on? Where were you today in the live interview? Reverend Ezekiel said, most of the time they give you people intel. You don't come. You only come after the demons have already taken the lives of the innocent Christians. That's when you come. But today, you are in church for the first time because you want to do some photo op. So that some people will think that, yes, they are working. Afonja will share this video. Of course, you can trust who shared this video. Afonja, they will share it and tell you, can't you see the army is working? The army is going to meet them now. They are talking with them. Now talk, una go chop. Now talk go save una people. No, what will save you is to go after the terrorists and hack them down. You know where they are. You don't need to come to church. Pretend as if you are with them. You are a liar. Go after the terrorists. Don't come here to patronize people inside church. You don't fight the terrorists inside church. You go and look for them where their hideout is. You know it. In case you don't know it, go and carry Gumi. Gumi know where they are. Go after them. Fight them. Smoke them out before this gun start blazing. Before there will be an intervention from Donald Trump. Show the world that you want to fight them. Bring them out, show them, and not only that will you arrest them, make sure you send them back to God, because they have sent many people out of this world. The same way they send people out of this world, you need to send them out also. It is vice versa. It has to work that way. You don't come and patronize them in church. No. They don't need your presence in church. They need you to go after the terrorists. Shameless general. All right.
Police is your armed forces, it's your army, it's your police. I want you to realize that we are here for you. We are part of you. It's not a case of the army is different and over there and the people are here. We are all mandated to ensure that Nigeria is safe, is secure, and everybody can thrive in it.
You were mandated for that, but have you done it? The answer is no. You are mandated for everybody to be safe. The people give you intel, and you are aware the terrorists are coming. You don't come. But after the terrorists come, you now go after the innocent people. Sometimes they will come and start arresting the innocent people. That some of them are working with terrorists. Can you imagine? Some people are being arrested after the massacre of their own people. They will still arrest the innocent people, accusing them. Whereas they know where the terrorists are living. They don't go after them all. Shameless idiots.
It's safe, it's secure, and everybody can thrive in it. But we must have peace. Because if there is no peace, there will be no development. And by God's grace, that peace, we shall get it.
By God's grace, that peace, we shall get it. Army that is supposed to be fighting terrorists with gun is coming inside church to be telling church members who do not know whether they will be able to gather the next Sunday, because these terrorists can come now and pull this roof away and burn it. An army that's supposed to be going after the terrorists is coming on a Sunday morning to tell you that by God's grace. No. All you need is by the grace of AK-47. All you need is by the grace of bomb, rocket propelled grenade, by the grace of Tomahawk missile, by the grace of all these weapons that these terrorists have used against these innocent people. It is the grace of those bombs that you need, not by God's grace. You shameless army man. Do you fight the devil terrorists by God's grace? When these people come after these innocent Christians, when they massacre them, on their way they be screaming Allah Akbar. They are calling Allah Akbar by God's grace. The same God's grace is what they are calling. Why they are using AK-47 and rocket propelled missile to burn down and unalive all these people. You are here with microphone talking by God's grace. A soldier man, oh, by God's grace.
By God's grace, that peace, we shall get it. One thing is certain, this crisis has been on for getting to 25 years now.
What's the meaning of this? Why are you doing this? Eh? Okay, go and throw it away. Listen to him, oh.
This crisis has been on for getting to 25 years now.
This crisis has been on getting to 25 years now. I am happy. I am happy it is coming from his mouth. This crisis has been on getting to 25 years now. So he knows very well it is not something new. Now ask him, for those 25 years, what have you done to stop it? Nothing. Completely nothing. These people have managed to always run away. They always run away. Those that cannot run. Today, Ezekiel Dachoma was telling Adiola that over 300 villages, the indigenes have escaped from their villages. Over 300. So it tells you that for over 25 years, this evil has been going on. Villagers are being chased away from their villages. Some people that were born in IDP camps, some of them grow up in IDP camps. Some of them get married in IDP camps. Some of them are having their children in IDP camps. Some of them traveled out. Some of them are having families outside. Some of them are traveled out of the country from IDP camps. So for you to know, over 25 years, according to this man, ask him how old is he? When did he join the army? So maybe this thing has been happening well before this shameless, ignorant military man joined the army. And it's coming here in church and saying by the grace of God, for a crisis that the army have done nothing for 25 years. 25 long years. Listen to him. Listen to him.
One thing is certain, this crisis has been on for getting to 25 years now. But what we should realize is that in all the parties that have caused these problems, we have criminals in every segment. Once there is peace, there are some people who are not happy, because it's when there is crisis that they make money from the woes that they inflict on people. I want you all to realize that, please, Operation Enduring Peace is deployed here to ensure the safety and security of everybody. We are here for all citizens of Nigeria. However, we cannot succeed without input from you. We cannot be everywhere. It's just not possible. But please, if you see something, say something.
Imagine this shameless man. Just look at him. These people have always been suffering. These people have always been unalive in their hundreds. In their hundreds. The pastor that you are in his church, he have lost his own, he ran away from his own indigenous home. He is in another place, because he was saying it today that he has lost his own land, that they have occupied his own land, and they have built their own houses there. Are you not aware that people have been, evacuated, have been made to evacuate their own land, and other people who do not belong to those places have built houses in those places? And you are here telling them, if you hear something, say something. For 25 years, all the things I've been telling you, what have you done with it? For 25 years, you've done nothing with all the information they've given to you. They've told you sometimes before these terrorists come, you don't do anything. But now, just for the record and for video, you are recording yourself. If you hear something, say something. You are mad. Thunder will destroy you, because you know that all these people have been giving you intel. Apart from the intel they give you, the American intel have always been coming to you. Truth Nigeria that are based in that area have always been signaling you and giving you intel, sometimes out days before these things happen. And when they come on those days, truthnigeria.com, they always go to tell you that, look, some hours before they come, these people are here, they are here, you don't do anything. But you are here on Sunday morning in the church because Donald Trump is ready to come with gun blazing after these terrorists. You are coming to say, if you hear something, say something. Shameless fool.
Not be everywhere. It's just not possible. But please, if you see something, say something. When you talk to us, I assure you that we are going to respond, no matter the time of the day, no matter where we are.
You hear him? He is coming to church to come and assure them. How fake can people be? This man is coming to church to come and assure them that when they hear and say something, just like the same thing politicians do. You know, politicians, when it's time for election, they will always go and visit all the churches He will go and tell them, we will do borehole, we will do road, we assure you, we will share you money, we will do this, that. You remember Hope Uzodinma, he even told them, I will send your children to America, I will send your children to abroad. During the election, the same thing politicians do. That is what an army general, who is supposed to be proactive, going after terrorists, coming out with results to show that the terrorists have been dealt with, bringing the results to the open, that the people that were chased out from their homeland can now begin to return because the terrorists have been chased out. He's not saying that. He's coming here to tell you, if you hear something, say something. And there's nonsense he's saying. Just listen to him. Just like politicians, they promise you, they make you feel good, they come to church, they go to schools, they go to marketplaces just to hype you. Army, this army is nothing but APC army. APC have already been found to be a terrorist organization already. Canada have already confirmed that APC is a terrorist organization. Canada have also confirmed that PDP is a terrorist organization. This is their army. Now their army be this. So let's continue to listen to APC army.
To respond, no matter the time of the day, no matter where we are. And Pastor, I heard you saying that you are ready to die, put your life. I want to assure you that nobody can kill you until God says it's time for you to come home.
You hear him? Because Reverend Ezekiel have always said, I am ready to give my life. If they kidnap me, nobody should pay ransom. In fact, let my blood be the ransom. I am ready to give my life. And this shameless man who knows that the terrorists, they don't have respect for any Christian. They kidnap anybody. He's now telling Reverend Ezekiel that I hear you saying that you are ready to die. Nobody will kill you until your time comes. The reason why he's alive is because he has been very, very vigilant. He has been, most of them, they no longer sleep. Like he was telling Adeola today, he said that it is only their women that are sleeping. Their men they stay awake outside with machete, and sometimes they have something they protect themselves with. They are now protecting themselves. They no longer sleep. They no longer sleep because there's no army to protect them. So stop all this your fake promise. You will not die until God is God. This is not about God. This is about you doing your work, which you are failed to do, and these people are now taking it upon themselves to protect themselves. Shameless man.
And Pastor, I heard you saying that you are ready to die, put your life. I want to assure you that nobody can kill you until God says it's time for you to come home.
No one funny thing about church people, anything they tell them, one of them will say, amen. Very gullible people. Yeah, amen. It's not about saying amen. If Reverend Ezekiel doesn't protect himself, Fulani will kidnap him. If he doesn't have AK-47 and gun to fight back against the Fulani, they will pick him up. And he knew it could happen any day. That's why he said, if they pick me up, nobody should pay any ransom. He knows that this man is lying to him. He knows that this man is not saying the truth. He knows that this man cannot do anything, because if he can do anything, he would have done it since. He knows that this is just photo, picture. That's what they have here. Picture, photo, nothing. He can do anything. Idiot.
I want to assure you that nobody can kill you until God says it's time for you to come home. And within our own resources, we shall ensure that we do everything to protect you. So you are still going to be here for a very long time. Don't worry about it.
Within their own resources, he said they will make sure they protect him. Why won't you protect him? You know right now that this man, you see this man, this is Ezekiel. I am telling you, he is in the eyes of Donald Trump is looking at him like this. Donald J. Trump is looking after this bishop now like this. And they know it is just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All our eyes are on him like this now. Like this. If anything happens to him, that keg of gunpowder, it will explode. It will explode. So they know that this man is in the eyes of the storm right now. He is the forerunner for this redemption of God's people. So if they allow anything to happen to him, so themselves, they will do their propaganda, everything. This man, nothing should happen to him. So that they will say, can't you see, we promise him, we'll protect him. We are now protecting him. Even the terrorists, they will warn them, don't go close to that man. At least, as long as that man, nothing happened to him, they will continue to do their propaganda so that people will think that they are doing something, whereas it's a lie. They are not ready to do fadding. Nothing. He said within their resources, they will do everything to protect Reverend Ezekiel.
Within our own resources, we shall ensure that we do everything to protect you. So you are still going to be here for a very long time. Don't worry about that. So please always reach out to us. You know, now that you are seeing me talking, you know, when they say GOC looks like very, very far away. Look at me here now. I am the GOC.
You know what he said? When they say GOC is very, very far away, because GOC have always been very far away. Because sometimes when the terrorists come and strike, they will say, go and report to GOC. The GOC is not reachable, and they know it. He's now confessing. When they say GOC, you would think GOC is very far away. Of course, GOC have always been far away. He's now telling them, now look at me, I'm the GOC, I'm here. You are there because Tinubu wants you to be here. You are here because Tinubu wants you to show face. If it is not for Donald Trump, Mr. GOC fake man, will you be here? The answer is no. If not for that, Donald Trump is ready with gun blazing to go after terrorists, the job you are supposed to do. An American president is now about to send his troops to come and do it, and nothing will stop him from coming to do it. If he doesn't come, if that threat was not there, would you be here, Mr. GOC? You have always been far, and you know it, and you will know you will remain far from the people. When they attack, you will not be there. After the attack, you will show up. That's exactly what you are doing now. When they say GOC, you think it's far. Of course, it has been far. Shameless man.
Always reach out to us. You know, now that you are seeing me talking, you know, when they say GOC looks like very, very far away. Look at me here now. I am the GOC. And I'm very sure if I was not in uniform and sitting down right there within you, you wouldn't even know who I am. So the fact is that we are all human beings. Blood is in our veins. We are the same people. There's no difference between you and I.
Okay.
But I agree the killings have been going on for too long.
Okay.
We will do our best to stop the killings on all sides.
Okay. You know, he agreed that the killings have been going on for too long. He agreed that the killings has been going on for too long. That's one thing I like that he even said in this church. Unlike all these fake, shameless people going about everywhere saying there's no Christian genocide, there's no Christian genocide. You know, if you come into this church here and lie to them and tell them, why are you people lying that there's genocide? You know they will stone you. They will call Holy Ghost fire on you. Nah. Eh? You know, they will release Holy Ghost fire on you. And you know Ezekiel, that one, he doesn't joke with laying curses on anybody that lie that there is no genocide. You know all the curses he laid on Reno Mokri. I was told that the thing has started working already. I was told that it has started working. Now, you know you cannot come into their midst and lie to them in their faces and tell them that there's no genocide. So you have to admit the truth that you know that the killings have been going on for so long. But Bayo Ononuga does not admit. But some pastors, other pastors, Afonja pastors, like the one I'm going to show you later, that Don has a tear into pieces, he doesn't agree. He says it's not genocide. Even one white goat that they are using now, he came on Tucker Carlson show. I will play that video for you. One shameless old fool, an American man that came on Tucker Carlson, and I never knew that Tucker Carlson was an idiot. I never knew that Tucker Carlson was a very hopeless, useless idiot until today. I never knew. He was interviewing the man, and the man was telling him that he is a friend to some of these people. Some of them, the families of these people that are in power, that they adopted him as a son, and that he is very close to them. And he even interacted with the internal affairs minister before he came. So whom will he support? Somebody that is very close to these people. They had close dealings together. He even had a conversation with the government official before he came to Tucker Carlson. And yet, Tucker Carlson was telling him, anything you tell me, I believe. You have been on ground. I believe you. Tucker Carlson. I said, shame on you, Tucker Carlson. I will play that video from Tucker Carlson today. That video is very important. We're going to play it. So you see them, the way they behave. If it is not Tinubu that sent this man. He won't be here. He won't come here. He has to come here and admit. And that admittance alone is enough for me. So that all these Bayanonuk and all these fake people that are saying there is no genocide, there is no killings, they are killing both Muslim and Christians. Why didn't you go to show me where you went to a mosque? You see, when these people are bringing this narrative, you ask them question. Now, this man, he knows that it is Christians that are being murdered. That's why he's coming to a church. Let him show us a mosque that he went to last Friday. Or any one of them that have gone to the mosque to comfort the mosque people and tell them in the mosque, they killed you people in the mosque. In Plateau, go to a mosque in Plateau. Go to a mosque in Benue and talk to them the way you are talking right now. Do you understand? You come to church because you know that this is what they call Christian genocide. And you have admitted. But your government that sent you, they are denying it. They are denying it. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu have told them, yet they deny it. They are punishing Mazin Nnamdi Kanu because of this thing you admitted now. You have admitted it right here. But Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya for admitting and saying the same thing you are admitting here, and they're still locking him up. Thank God they are listening to Donald Trump. Shameless people. He admitted, and let's listen to him again.
You and I. But I agree the killings have been going on for too long.
Okay.
We will do our best to stop the killings on all sides.
Okay.
Because on all sides you have all these issues. It makes absolutely no reason why a human being should be killed. Lives are too precious, and I assure you that as long as I am the commander of Operation Enduring Peace, we will ensure that we stamp out all the killings, stop all the craziness, and stop all the criminals.
This one na mouth. This one na just mouth they make. Mouth. We won't believe you until you see your boots on the ground. We won't believe you until we see. You know, we need to see that you bomb their enclave, and you will see you when you are bringing them out. That you bomb them and you are bringing them out. You know, where they are resisting you and you are firing them because they will resist you. You will not just come and tell us stories. We bombed them yesterday. We bombed their house. You evacuate them and bomb. And then you say, no. We need to see. Then some of them that you will capture and tell us what you have done to them, because you cannot just send them to jail. You will sentence them to life. It is life for life. Ngara.
We will ensure that we stamp out all the killings, stop all the craziness, and stop all the criminals from doing anything wrong. On this note, I wish everybody very well. May God bless you all and grant your heart's desires in Jesus' name.
But we just thank God for what God is doing. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Commander. God bless you all. You see the assurance? God is.
All right, please let us leave that. I think Dachomo responded. And
it's all over the social media that have been kidnapped. Nobody kidnapped me. Even I was in the bush yesterday, very close to the houses of the Fulani. I was there. I went there and recorded the genocide that took place in Kantoma. Because I want to prove one thing, there was a genocide.
Or the genocide. He continues to tell them, I want to prove one thing, that there was genocide. He continues to tell them about the genocide. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dachomo. Thank you so very much. You know, there are so many videos we should be playing, but I don't know where. Okay, now listen to this. Listen to this. This is very important. What this man was saying here. I want to play this. I want to play this one. Listen. You know, listen. Some of you have not thought towards this line, but I want you to think about this. That this man is saying before I will go and play the video of that white goat that Tokakos Carson interviewed.
Fulani attempted a coup against Tinubu, and every Yoruba community, every Yoruba leaders, they are quiet. Wow! Fulani, they attempted a coup against President Tinubu, and every Yoruba community, every Yoruba leaders, they are quiet about it. They cannot speak about it. You know why? Because there was no Igbo man in the coup.
Now, Fulani are the ones that attempted the recent coup against Tinubu. You see, he changed Musa and removed every other person and put all Yoruba men. It is Fulani that attempted that coup. And none of the Yoruba people have said anything. You know why? Because there was no single Igbo man among them. Look at the names of the 16 people that attempted that coup. Look at their name. Northern Muslim coup 2025. Brigadier General Musa Abubakar Sadiq, Colonel M.A. Maraji, Lieutenant Colonel S. Bapa, Lieutenant Colonel A.A. Hayatu, P. Dangap, Lieutenant Colonel M. Al-Makura, Major A.J. Ibrahim, Major M.M. Jida, Major M.A. Usman, Major D. Yusuf, Major I. Dauda, Captain Ibrahim Bello, Captain A.A. Yusuf, Lieutenant S.X. Felix, Lieutenant Commander D.B. Abdullahi, 16, Squadron Leader S.B. Adamu, all of them Fulani. Fulani, they tried to remove Tinubu by a coup. First of all, Tinubu government were denying it. They said there was no coup. Some people were arrested to question them. Now, what happened to these people now? We don't even know up to now. They have not come out to tell us, look at what, or the only thing we saw is that Tinubu just changed all the whole army chiefs, removed many people, retired many people, and then everywhere is quiet. No Afonja is talking. No Afonja is talking. Fulani coup. 2025. Had it been there was one Igbo man they find there, or maybe they by mistakenly rope in, you will hear them. It is the Igbo man that put them in the thought. He's a Biafra man that planned to remove Tinubu. But today, you will not hear anybody talk about anything cool. That was this 2025, cool. And then they didn't talk about it. None of them. Let this boy, I want him to repeat it again. Listen to him. It is just 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Fulani attempted a coup against Tinubu, and every Yoruba community, every Yoruba leaders, they are quiet. Wow! 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 Fulani, they attempted a coup against President Tinubu, and every Yoruba community, every Yoruba leaders, they are quiet about it. They cannot speak about it. You know why? Because there was no Igbo man in the coup. The name of the people in the coup are hard, and they are all Fulanis. No Igbo man was involved in the coup. Now they are quiet. They cannot speak anymore. Assuming Igbo man was among those people, then now they could not talk and say, "Na Igbo, Igbo Kupo, Igbo this." I keep telling you that they are the ones drawing us back, because they're supposed to talk. They're not going to talk. I don't know if you guys are getting my point. Hey, their cowardness is drawing us back. They are fighting very useless fight. Since I've been waiting, I've been checking all social media to see if Yoruba will attack. For where they are quiet. Fear not let them talk. The coup what they do, not be fake. It's real. Fulani attempted the coup to against Tinubu. It's real, but they died the matter because see the Igbo man not doing.
Thank you. So that being said, you have heard it. So let's go to that interview with Tucker Carlson. So this is the brief of that interview, about 6 minutes of it. Let me see.
Defending Nigeria.
Now let's see. Where are we on that? Let me quickly bring the picture up here. Okay, let's go.
Speaking of African countries, all of a sudden, I'm not defending Nigeria. I don't have strong views in Nigeria, but Nigeria has become famous in the last week as a country in which there's Christian persecution going on. I think there's been a lot of conflict between Muslims and Christians in Nigeria for, my whole life. But all of a sudden, it's a kind of centerpiece of the conversation. What is the truth? You've been in and out of Nigeria for how long?
50 years.
50 years, 1975. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's a long time. So you know Nigeria pretty well.
I do.
What is the truth about what's going on? And I ask because you've got credibility. You know the country, and you're spending the rest of your life defending Christians around the world. Tell me what the actual truth of Christian persecution in Nigeria is.
Now listen to this shameless Tucker Carlson. He said, you have spent 50 years in Nigeria. You know the truth. You have credibility. What makes him to have credibility? Because he has spent 50 years in Nigeria. Let me tell you, if someone is not genuinely living in Nigeria and you spend 50 years in Nigeria, it's either you are a good man that have refused to work with Nigeria government, or you spend 50 years working with Nigeria government and you are part of the corruption and you feel very good with it. This man has spent 50 years working with very corrupt Nigerian officials, and they are his friends. You are going to hear it from his mouth now. And Tucker Carlson, you should be ashamed of yourself. Look at the way you just did that very quick one. Yeah, you know, you have lived for 50 years there. You have credibility. You go everywhere helping Christians. And you, as shameless as you are, you said for all your life, Tucker Carlson, that there have been conflict in Nigeria, Christian and Muslim. And you feel it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. And you say for all your life, there have been conflict between Christians and Muslims for all your life. And you say it as if it is something just normal, something that should go on, that people shouldn't talk about it. I need people to listen to this shameless Tucker Carlson. He actually said it, and it was very easy for him to say. Listen to him. I want him to repeat it again. Listen to Tucker Carlson.
I'm not defending Nigeria. I don't have strong views in Nigeria. But speaking of African countries, all of a sudden, I'm not defending Nigeria. I don't have strong views in Nigeria, but Nigeria has become famous in the last week as a country in which there's Christian persecution going on. I think there's been a lot of conflict between Muslims and Christians in Nigeria for, my whole life.
Are you hearing it? There have been Christian conflict, Muslim and Christian conflict in Nigeria for his whole life. So for you, if this has been happening for your whole life, so you think you shouldn't find the real truth, or the people actually involved, people suffering this persecution. This man, is he a Muslim in Nigeria? Is he a Nigerian Christian? Does he live in Plateau? Does he live in Benue? Does he live in Borno? Does he live in Jigawa? Does he live in Adamawa? Does he live in Zamfara? To know what is happening. Does he even live in Biafra land, where this terrorist army are coming to unalive our people? Does he live there? The answer is no. He lives somewhere in Lagos, maybe in Abuja, with the political elites. And you are here with your shameless ass, here to talk, down on something that you have already said that has been happening all your life. You're pathetic, Carlson. You're so pathetic. Now, listen to him, how he praised this man.
Going on. I think there's been a lot of conflict between Muslims and Christians in Nigeria for, my whole life. But all of a sudden, it's a kind of centerpiece of the conversation. What is the truth? You've been in and out of Nigeria for how long?
50 years.
50 years. 1975. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's a long time. So you know Nigeria pretty well.
I do.
What is the truth about what's going on? And I ask because you've got credibility. You know
I ask because you get credibility. You know the country. Now, if you want to ask people that have credibility, it's not this man that is working with Nigerian politicians. If you are at peace and you freely working with Nigerian politicians, hey, damn you have no credibility. Damn you have no credibility, my brother. Damn you. Now listen to him.
What is the truth about what's going on? And I ask because you've got credibility. You know the country, and you're spending the rest of your life defending Christians around the world. Tell me what the actual truth of Christian persecution in Nigeria is.
Let's be very clear that the Nigerian government is populated by Christians and Muslims. Mm-hmm. I have represented in his earlier life the National Security Advisor of Nigeria.
I have represented in his earlier life the National Security Advisor in Nigeria. This man have represented the National Security Advisor of the terrorists sympathizing country called Nigeria. He has represented their National Security Advisor. So that means to say this man is actually representing Nigeria. So if Tucker Carlson want to ask a question, you should not be asking somebody that's working for the Nigerian government. That person has no credibility. Listen to him. He has represented National Security Advisor of Nigeria in his early life. And I think he's talking about the person of Nuhu Ribadu. He said he has represented him in his early lives. Listen to him very well.
By Christians and Muslims. I have represented in his earlier life the National Security Advisor of Nigeria when he was a young man. And he's a lovely individual.
Nuhu Ribadu, when he was a young man, he has represented him. This man is an active, ardent, Fulani Muslim man. He says he's a lovely individual. The praises he has for the security advisor. The security advisor I know is Nuhu Ribadu, except if it is the one before Nuhu Ribadu. A lovely man, okay? Listen to the praises he's heaping on Nigerian politician.
When he was a young man, and he's a lovely individual,
okay,
and caring and universally respected in terms of religious issues. Devout Muslim, but universally respected.
A devout Muslim, but universally respected. Respected by who? Who respects him? Who? United States respects him. United Nations respect him. Who? Israel respects him. Germany respects him. Which country respects him? Which country respects him as what? As what? You see, already this man is corrupt. A very corrupt man that Tucker Carlson is interviewing and telling him that he has credibility. This one is already nipping his incredibility, nipping his corruptness or corruption in the bud. This man is a corrupt man. Look at him. If you look at him, you know that Nigeria he is already swimming in the sins of Nigeria.
Religious issues. Devout Muslim, but universally respected.
Okay.
In my adopted family in Lagos, the Odesanya family sort of adopted me when I was a very, very young man.
Who are the Odesanya family that adopted this man? I don't know about them. Obviously, there must be a political family. The Odesanya family that adopted this shameless, man that is coming here. You will hear what he said about Ted Cruz. When he just mentioned Ted Cruz, I said something nasty about Ted Cruz. I said, this guy is a shit. This guy smells like poo-poo. Poo-poo. Yeah? A family that adopted this man, the Odesanya family, Afonja family adopted this man. Obviously, this Afonja family, knowing fully well that maybe this man has connection, sent him, go and do damage control for Tinubu, go and do damage control for them. Tucker Carlson is a very popular face in the media. Oh yeah, go do this interview, let the whole world see Nigeria, that Nigeria is not a bad place. But Donald Trump has the truth. He has the facts. He has everything. Even though he tried to patronize Donald Trump here, but you already know he sold his credibility. The man is fake. Fake, very corrupt and dirty, smelling like poo-poo. Fake. Listen to him.
Your family sort of adopted me when I was a very, very young man.
Okay.
And living there. I sort of have a half-brother there, Dapo Odesanya.
See, he have a half-brother who is an Afonja, Dapo Adesanya. Afonja is his half-brother. You can imagine what this man will do. He will never say the truth. He will be talking like all this Afonja, like Onanuga, Bola Onanuga. What's the Onanuga guy? He will be talking like him. He will be talking like Tinubu's minister. If not that this man won your child, I bet you that Tinubu would have given him a ministerial position. If not that he's a white man, I am sure he will be loaded with contracts for him to be spending 50 years in Nigeria. Nigeria, where there is no light. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Nigeria, no electricity, no light, no good road, no hospital. This man has spent 50 years there. And you tell me he's a man that has credibility? I wish people can help me tonight. This man, this shameless white man, has spent 50 years in a Nigeria where there is no light, no good road, no hospital. In Nigeria where Tinubu does not treat headache in Nigeria. He was in Nigeria when Buhari was flying abroad to treat ear infection This shameless man was in Nigeria and is here to defend Nigeria. And Tucker Carlson is opening his gutter to say that this man have credibility. Tucker Carlson, I bet you, go and live in Nigeria for 1 year. Come back and tell me what you experienced. 1 year. And do you know where you should live? Not in Abuja, not in Lagos. Go and live in Borno for 1 year. Tucker Carlson, please, go and have that Nigerian experience. Do not live in a government quarter. Live in a normal area. Maybe the GRA of Borno or the GRA area of Edo State or GRA area of any other state. Even in Abuja, they live in Abuja, GRA area. And tell me your experience. After 1 year, this man stayed there for 50 years and he has something good to say about Nigeria. Tucker Carlson, if you live in Nigeria for 1 year and you have something good to say about Nigeria, then I will lay a curse on you. I will know that you are an evil man. Nobody stays in Nigeria for 2 months that will come back with a good story about the experience in Nigeria. If the person is not a multi-billionaire, millionaire, who is able to have a generator that will be giving him light every minute, who is able to fly to France immediately he has some sickness because there's no hospital. And even if you have that hospital in Nigeria, you will know it is for the la creme of Lagos or Nigeria, which even the best of the best hospital cannot compare with the hospital that I go to here in Torino. Cannot compare. The hospital that I go to here in Torino, with my little stipend, and I go and take sometimes free treatment, free delivery. My son Nandi was born, and I didn't pay a dime in the hospital. 1 day, my wife didn't have to pay for antenatal. It is government that took care of it. That is the system that works. Tucker Carlson, go to Nigeria, spend 1 year, leave this idiot, come back, and then tell me what you experienced. Shameless idiots. Now let's listen to the shameless man who was adopted by a Fonja family. He was adopted by a Fonja
family in Lagos. Mm-hmm. The Odesanya, fully respected. In my adopted family in Lagos, mm-hmm. the Odesanya family sort of adopted me when I was a very, very young man, and living there. I sort of have a half brother there, Dapo Odesanya. That family is a totally integrated family, Muslim, Christian. I was always teased that I was a Yoruba, which is a Jewish Yoruba. But I mean, there have always been tribal conflict. I spoke to the foreign minister before I came here because I wanted to get clarity on.
Are you listening? He lived in this family that was mixed with Yoruba and Christian. I think he said he was a Yoruba. Maybe he's a Jew, a very corrupt Jewish man. And then he said something that actually got me like, Tucker Carlson, you hear this? And yet you say this man is credible. He said he spoke with the foreign minister before coming here so that he will get clarity from the government side. Listen to him. Listen to him. He said it. He did not hide his mouth. He said, I spoke with the foreign minister. He spoke with the Nigeria foreign affairs minister before coming for this interview. If I was handling this interview and he said that, I will cut it. I'll say, no, you are not going to be credible. You are going to be biased. I therefore wouldn't continue with this interview. Maybe we can just have a gist or a chat, but based on what is happening in Nigeria, for the fact that you had a conversation with the foreign affairs minister before coming here, then you have diluted this particular interview. You are not going to have it on my platform. Let's have some other discussion. Simple. A man that had a conversation with the foreign affairs minister and told him that he is going to Tucker Carlson's show. And after he finished that conversation, he came to your show and you said he has credibility. Tucker Carlson, waka. Go and ask them the meaning of waka. Listen to him. Let me ask him to repeat it again.
There have always been tribal conflict.
No.
I was always teased that I was a Yoruba, which is a Jewish Yoruba. But I mean, there have always been tribal conflict. I spoke to the foreign minister before I came here because I wanted to get clarity on the government's position in tribal conflict. I spoke to the foreign minister before I came here because I wanted to get clarity on the government's position in tribal conflict. I spoke to the foreign minister before I came here because I wanted to get clarity on the government's position in tribal conflict. I spoke to the foreign minister before I came here because I wanted to get clarity on the government's position.
This man doesn't know anything that's going on in Nigeria. Then he spoke to the foreign affairs minister so that he will get the government's position before coming. So what he's going to be giving to Carson is the position of Tinubu's government, not from his own eyewitness account. Are you following? I had to repeat it so that you hear him. And Tucker Carlson was there. The position of this man on this show is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, APC government position. And remember, APC government is a terrorist government. Tucker Carlson, are you not aware that APC is a terrorist government? Go and ask Canada. Find out from Canada, why did they assign terrorist organization to APC and PDP? And that's the government's position, that is your clownish friend whom you are interviewing and giving him the anointing of credibility is saying. He is bringing the government position. I just feel like I shouldn't even play this thing anymore. Tucker Carlson, you are a disgrace. Listen to him and then let's hear what he had to say.
There have always been tribal conflict. I spoke to the foreign minister before I came here because I wanted to get clarity on the government's position. Absolutely, let's be clear, President Tinubu's wife is a Christian pastor. This is not targeted at Christians. There are probably an equal or more number of Muslim deaths. I am grateful to President Trump for identifying these attacks on Christians. Believe it or not, you can blame some of this on the French, who had this.
I do. I know nothing about it, but I believe you anyway.
You see, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, you are just a disease. You just shut up. Tucker Carlson, just shut up. Shut up. He said, I don't know anything about it, but I believe you anyway. Even after he heard him that, the clarity he has, came as a result of speaking with the foreign affairs minister. That's when he got clarity. He doesn't know anything. He knows nothing. He's just told you that he didn't know. He had to consult with the foreign affairs minister so that he will not go there and say something different from what the government of Nigeria is saying. And Tucker Carlson, go and find out what the government of Nigeria is saying. If you hear what they are saying, you will know that that's exactly what this man is telling you, you shameful man. You don't know anything, but you believe him anyway. You believe the government side of the story as against the victims. Like seriously, Tucker Carlson, you want to believe the side of the government against the side of the victims. This is the worst kind of journalism anyone can even encounter. This is journalism at its worst. Chai! I spit for your face, Carlson. The man was even laughing at him when he said that.
Believe it or not, you can blame some of this on the French, who had this.
I do. I know nothing about it, but I believe you anyway.
They had a massive force in the Sahel. They armed the Tuaregs, which are a notoriously aggressive tribal group. That arming has led to mass killings of Christians. The fact that when Libya blew apart, a massive amount of arms went down to Boko Haram can't be denied by anyone. Nigeria wants to consult with the United States. Nigeria wants assistance in protecting Christians and Muslims, protecting their populations. Nigeria feels it has not had a fair shake from Washington. And I'm not, I don't work for Nigeria. I'm not going to go on and on. The foreign minister is a close friend who I respect deeply.
Did you hear that? He's still repeating it though. He's actually saying what the foreign minister told him. Tell them that Nigeria wants this. Tell them that Nigeria would love this. Tell them. And then he said, I am not working for Nigeria. I am not going to go on and on and on. The foreign minister is my friend. Are you hearing it? I want him to repeat that line.
It has not had a fair shake from Washington. And I'm not, I don't work for Nigeria. I'm not going to go on and on. The foreign minister is a close friend who I respect deeply. On and on. The foreign minister is a close friend who I respect deeply. On and on. The foreign minister is a close friend who I respect deeply. But I can tell you from my work, I was privileged to represent one of the Nigerian states years ago, Akwa Ibom. We won a case actually for them. The Nigerians would welcome American assistance with open arms. So this.
Shut up. Damn you, shut up. Go to Kano. Go to the north. Go to Kano, where the terrorists are ruling. Go and ask the mayor of Kano. Go and ask the Sultan of Sokoto. Ask them. Thousands of them are on the streets with effigies of Donald Trump, calling death to America, burning American flags. And you're telling Tucker Carlson that they would welcome America. You are a shame. You're a pathetic liar. I don't know your name, and I don't want to know your name. You are a pathetic liar. Go to the north. Go to Kano. They are burning effigies of Donald Trump, burning American flag, and calling death on America. You shameless moron. Go there and find out. Can you believe this nonsense?
The Nigerians would welcome American assistance with open arms. So this is unlike Ukraine, which is destroying its church, or Armenia, which is destroying its church. Here you have a government that wants to protect its populace, doesn't have the resources. Nobody's going to deny Nigeria's been racked by corruption all the years I've known it. But they want a new deal, a new relationship with Washington, and in part to assist them in protecting Christians. So when I read some of what I've been reading, I'm never going to say that Ted Cruz isn't a brilliant man. But I'm going to say I might have a little more time in Nigeria than he does. And I would welcome him to speak to the foreign minister or others, because one thing America doesn't need are more enemies.
He said that look, Ted Cruz will not speak to the foreign affairs minister like you because you are very corrupt. You are a friend to a very corrupt government. Okay? You are a friend to a very corrupt government. Ted Cruz would not go there and speak with corrupt people. You're working with them. You've lived in Nigeria for 50 years and you are very good with these people. It shows that you are not clean. It shows that you are enjoying the corruption of Nigeria. You are enjoying from the proceeds of corruption. That's why the foreign affairs minister is your friend. Yeah? That's why Nuhu Ribedu is a good guy before your face. You're just pathetic. You're just a liar. I don't get Ted Cruz into it. Ted Cruz cannot be like you. He can't be like you.
I'm in Nigeria than he does. And I would welcome him to speak to the foreign minister or others, because one thing America doesn't need are more enemies. Africa is the future. I have said it time and time again. I'm privileged to be counsel to the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Okay.
My firm has spent many years. We're still trying.
You remember what has been happening in Congo? The democratic government and all this, the way they get into Congo and mess everything up until Donald Trump came in, to broker peace. Yes, America, if they broker peace with you, they should benefit something also. Yes, why not? A lot of people have ravaged Congo, have messed them up. Donald Trump came in and brought peace there and secured some kind of peace in Congo. Unlike what the Democrats did. And probably you were working with the Democratic government of America then, when they were messing up everywhere in Congo. But in these days of Donald Trump, it hasn't been like that. Okay? Oh, shit.
Congo. My firm has spent many years. We're still trying to defend the opposition leader of Tanzania, Tundu Lissu, who's been illegally jailed. 1,000 are dead protesting completely bogus, fraudulent elections. And to the credit of the United States, at least in the Senate, they've spoken out. Foreign Relations Committee has spoken out. We need our administration, and we certainly need the EU to stop funding this grotesque government in Tanzania. But we have to stop looking at Africa as a security concern alone, and we have to recognize that between their minerals and between the entrepreneurial spirit, Nigerian lawyers are as good or better than American lawyers or British lawyers.
This man is very corrupt, oh. Chai. This man is very, very corrupt. The corruption of this man is smelling. Smelling. He said that Nigerian lawyers are better than American lawyers. This man is just whack. He's just a wacko. I swear to God. This man is just, he's out of this world. Believe you me. Nigeria got lawyers. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu have won cases in Nigeria. Is it not the judges in Nigeria that are overturning it? Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was questioning them just a few days ago. Where is the law with which you will judge me? Nigeria. In Nigeria. They are trying a case that shouldn't be tried. In fact, let's just leave this man. I swear to God. Tucker Carlson, this will just be the beginning of the end for you. Honestly, if you allow this to fly, then you're just gone. You're just gone. You're gone.
I mean, there is an incredible infrastructure of intelligence in Nigeria that we don't know anything about. All we try to do is sanction and condemn. It is a horrible, horrible part of our policy that we sanction the hell out of everybody. We are responsible for the consolidation of power in Moscow under Putin. If we were not sanctioning the hell out of all these people who had moved to Europe, who knows whether Putin would still be in power?
Exactly. No, that's the truth. I know. It's so counterproductive that it's got to be part of some sort of larger strategy that I'm too dumb to understand, because it's achieving.
Oh, God. Thank God it's not a full interview. And honestly, I don't need to watch the full interview. I don't need it. I don't need to watch the full interview. And I was very interested in it. Someone spoke up about this. And do you know who shared this video? I shared this video from Bayo Onanuga.
Speaking of African countries, all of a sudden,
I shared this video from Bayo Onanuga. This one is sweeting their belly. Just know that this is an orchestrated interview by the Nigerian government. Bayo Onanuga, Tinubu's and Shetima campaign special advisor, information and strategy to the president, Tinubu. That's Bayo Onanuga. He's the one that shared this video. In fact, I saw it on his platform. I shared it. I never even knew that Joseph and this our good friend here had something to say about it. And I want us to listen to this, our good friend who has been to Nigeria, who has spoken to the victims, who has had a lot to do, about it. And let's read first what Joseph Okechukwu wrote, and then we will listen to this video from this our brother, and then that will be it for that particular segment. He said, Joseph Okechukwu said, let me enlarge it so that we can read it together. Let me enlarge it so that we can read it together. Okay, okay. Let's have it. Okay, it's there. So you can read it with me. Join me as we read together. At Tucker Carlson, I sent you a very long protest message when you had that guy on. I knew this would happen. I am pretty sure this is only just the beginning. I warned you that you should never have had that guy on, let alone take anything he tells you seriously, especially after he admitted his closeness to people around the president of Nigeria in both social and political spheres. I never knew that Joseph wrote this. No, I shared this, but I never read the write-up of Joseph. It's like he's actually speaking my mind here. As an investigative journalist, Tucker, you should know way better than leaving out the real victims and witnesses to talk to a political hack. A political hack. How on earth could you do that? What truth were you expecting from him? You just shot yourself in the foot big time. In my message, I even suggested you interviewed Jude Saul, who has been on ground for about 6 years. There's also Mike Arnold, who was literally invited by the Nigerian government and who ended up declaring that indeed there is Christian genocide in Nigeria. There are countless other organizations working in these troubled locations for over a decade. How come everybody just avoids talking to the direct victims, witnesses, and survivors? Even you, Tucker, what happened to you, man? Tucker, how can you entertain this satanic narrative of there is no Christian genocide when two of the biggest Christian organizations in Nigeria, the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, and the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, have all admitted there is indeed Christian genocide in Nigeria? And you know that it is uncommon. It is unlikely for CAN and PFN to say the truth at this desperate time. But they did. Normally they will keep quiet. Normally they will be indifferent. But this case is very obvious, very, very obvious. Before the real CAN spoke, there was a fake version of CAN produced and created by Tinubu. They came on air and started dismissing Christian genocide. But the real, genuine, appointed, selected, chosen Christian Association of Nigeria came out and spoke and said there is Christian genocide. Excuse me. Excuse me. The Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria also admitted indeed that there is Christian genocide in Nigeria. This is beyond creepy and diabolical, what you have done. I am one of your greatest supporters on earth. I too, I used to admire him a lot, honestly. You know, one good thing about one good thing about people that are truth-oriented, one good thing about people that are truth-oriented, and it is a common phenomenon with people like us, once you go astray and you begin to speak from the other side of your mouth, once you deviate, no matter the relationship we have with you, that relationship is gone. Yes, it is gone. Dead and gone. That's one thing about people of truth. You see the way Joseph is speaking. People that are truth-oriented, people that are passionate about truth, people that have given their soul for truth, people that will die because of truth. They don't care for numbers. No. If you like, follow them. If you like them. I don't want you to like me. You can go to hell with your love and your likeness. I don't care. But once it comes to truth, I'll tell it to you. Once you deviate and you're going astray, I bet you I will disassociate it from you. I will spit on your face. I don't care what I benefit from you. If that is the thing that will make me alive, I had better die than follow you. Do you understand what I mean? So that is one thing that is common with people like us. So when Joseph is saying, I am one of your greatest supporters on earth, I also support this man until recently when he started going completely contrary against Donald J. Trump. I don't know who bought him to start fighting Donald Trump or start going against Donald Trump, because he was one of the people that actually was speaking truth to power, was actually siding up with Donald Trump, knowing fully well that Donald Trump was on the right side. When they were lying that Donald Trump was invaded the Capitol Hill and all that, the lies, and that conjoinment of video by BBC. I don't know if people have heard that BBC, one of their managers, their senior officials have resigned because Trump have exposed them. BBC have gone down. They have crashed. Mazen Namdekanu told them that they will crash. You see? So Tucker Carlson was one of those people that is fearless, standing up against lies and propaganda. But now, doing this, hey, Chineke na mere mebere. Joseph said, I am one of your greatest supporters on earth. I have fought in your defense, both silently and openly. And honestly, I am very, very disappointed. I don't care how close anyone is to me. If you would fall for temptation to deny something so horrific and disgusting as the constant violent shedding of innocent blood for ideological conquest, I will never have anything to do with you. Tucker, we have videos of Christians buried in mass graves. One video shows 500 buried on grave in one day, buried in one grave in one day. Most recently, Yellowater had over 200 of its Christian population hacked to death. You didn't hear all these? Didn't you care to know the truth? You might as well have interviewed the Nigerian Foreign Affairs Minister in search of the so-called truth, as your guests kept referring him. Whatever made you think you will find the truth from members of a government that has refused to admit their genocide? My goodness, Tucker! Like my brother Jude Saw said, I'm sure he wanted to say, you are clearly going down the wrong path and you just lost me big time. Man, I can only pray that you seek help, retrace your steps, and return to the guy we used to admire for his forthrightness and defense of the truth. For now, you are totally, completely lost. Have a great day, man. And here, let's listen to this, our brother. I believe that this is the brother he kept referring to as, I don't know this brother's name, but I think his name should be this, our brother. What's the name? What's that name that Joseph spoke about? Okay. Jude Saul. Maybe it could be this man, Jude Saul. I don't know whether this guy is Jude Saul, but it could be this man, because this man has been. Let me see. Okay, when I finish. Okay, good. I want to see if he's the one. I want to see Jude Saul. I think he should be the one, but I will look at it later. Let me see whether he's the name. I will look at him later.
Okay. Go visit Nigeria.
Okay, he's the one. He's the one. Jude Saul, that's his name. Jude Saul. Okay, his name is there. Okay.
Hey, Tucker Carlson. Hey, Tucker Carlson. And all the other naysayers and propagandists, and I don't know how to describe you guys, but this goes out to Tucker Carlson. Tucker, why don't you go visit Nigeria yourself? Why don't you go to the middle belt of Nigeria? Why don't you take yourself to Benue State? Why don't you go take yourself to Plateau? Go take yourself to Southern Kaduna. Go take a trip to Taraba. Why don't you go talk to the survivors of these massacres that are now living in total, awful, horrendous conditions?
Honestly.
The 3 million Christians that have been displaced from their homes. Why don't you go talk to the survivors of the 7,000 Christians that have been massacred since January 1st? I don't know what game you're playing, or who's influencing you, or who's paying you behind closed doors to regurgitate a pro-Islamist narrative. But you, sir, are doing the work of terrorists.
Yes.
By coming out and downplaying what's happening in Nigeria.
Honestly.
Why don't you take your happy butt down to Nigeria and go speak to the survivors?
Yes.
Talk to the victims yourself. Because that's what I've been doing for the last 6 years. I've been dealing with the aftermath of these massacres for 6 years. I can tell you the thousands upon thousands of churches that have been destroyed. I can tell you the thousands upon thousands of stories and testimony of survivors that have lost their children, their mothers, and their grandfathers to the hands of Islamic terrorists in Nigeria. Why don't you go speak to the Catholic bishops that have had hundreds of churches wiped out in their communities?
Okay.
Why don't you talk to the Protestant pastors that have seen their fellow pastors murdered and massacred? Why don't you come talk to the widows of murdered pastors? For you to get on your platform and say that there's no genocide going on is doing the work of the terrorists.
Simple.
You are helping Christians get killed with your words.
Yes.
This is to you, Tucker Carlson.
Simple.
I'd happy to come on your show and dialogue and straighten out the narrative and provide you with story after story and evidence upon evidence of the massacre of Christians, the genocide.
Mr. Jude, ask him, why don't he interview Reverend Ezekiel Makido? What's his name? Reverend Ezekiel. The Reverend that has been going from place to place crying. Why don't he invite Ezekiel? Make Ezekiel cry to the whole world more so the whole world will hear him. He brings a man on suit, a Nigerian supporter, a friend of politicians. Shouldn't he have invited the Reverend Ezekiel? Huh? Shameless talker.
On your show and dialogue and straighten out the narrative and provide you with story after story and evidence upon evidence of the massacre of Christians, the genocide of Christians that's happening in Nigeria. I'll bring you to Nigeria. Let's set up a time, but I'll be happy to come on your show and discuss. But sir, you have no idea what in the hell you are talking about. You are full of crap. And you are not living in reality. Please, truly find out for yourself what's happening here. Then you can talk. But until then, please shut up and quit doing the bidding of the terrorists.
Yes.
For the love of God, please jump on the right side. I don't know what happened to you, but whatever direction you're going down, it's not good. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Brother Jude. Thank you. He should go and interview Ezekiel Dakomo, which is the next video we should be playing right now. But before we play Ezekiel, Mommy said I used to follow Tucker years ago, but today I even misspell his name. It shows how bad things have gone with Tucker. Honestly, how bad things have really gone with him. Now, I want us to see there's another shameless pastor. Another shameless pastor that this is the Jude have been really speaking. The collude is what we know. This interview, we're going to listen to it. Fake pastor. Fake. Yeah, maybe we'll listen. Okay, there are lots of things I would have loved us to listen to, but okay. This man here, he also said something. This pastor here, this one here. But Don Azar responded to him. I don't know whether this is the video. Is this the video? Okay, this is not the video of the man. This is just the photo of the man. Let me read what. I wish I can get that video. I wish I can get that video. I don't know. Is this the video? Let me see. Okay, let's listen to the video. Maybe it is.
There's been clamoring by America that they are killing Christians in Nigeria. Okay, it is not innocent. It is not innocent. When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, Nigeria needed to buy certain things to use in fighting that battle. The one who blocked us was America. We got machineries from a country, I don't want to mention that country, that was busy and they were having victories in Sambisa, all other places. The one who asked them to be sacked later was America. They are showing interest because they know that will divide the country. Then they can come in. Anywhere they step bonds. Any country that is richer than, in terms of mineral resources, than any country in Africa, it is Venezuela. Anywhere there is wealth, bonds. Be careful so that less they seem to be bringing help, but the idea is to penetrate and keep you bounded. There are countries that once they complain about your country, you are doing something right.
Yeah, that. Okay, now I am going to. Yeah, I want to bring the analysis from Don Azar. Don Azar responded to that particular message. Let's listen. Let's read it together. Let's read it together. Yeah, Don Azar responded to that shameless message from that idiot. You know, he's very ignorant, very, very ignorant, ignorant buffoon. Let's listen. Let's read this together. Don Azar said, I just saw this. Pastor Femi, I listened to your message. You said the United States banned Nigeria from buying weapons and stopped the mercenaries that were helping us fight terrorism. You also said the US now wants to come in because Nigeria is rising. Shocking. This is the truth. During President Goodluck Jonathan's time, the US under Obama, not Trump, refused to sell weapons to Nigeria because of alleged human rights abuse. It was reported by BBC News on November 11, 2014. Those sanctions came after opposition politicians went to Washington shouting genocide, while Jonathan was struggling to stop Boko Haram from overrunning the North. That decision weakened our army and gave terrorists a second life. Are you following? Now, Obama's refusal blocked Nigeria from ending terrorism early. The chance to destroy them was lost. The same mistake gave birth to the insecurity that was expanded to FOOLANI militia we now live with every day. Under Trump, the same America you accused reversed that failed policy. The US gave Nigeria 590 million worth of arms and 1.8 million in direct security support between 2016 and 2020. These figures are not rumors. They are official records from the US Department of State. Trump corrected what Obama destroyed. It is unfortunate that you and ISWAP now sound alike in opposing America's intervention under Trump. The same help that could have stopped more bloodshed is the one you condemned. That's why I must ask, whose side are you on? The victims or the comfort of the city? Pastor, the truth must be spoken. You cannot use the pulpit to generalize and hide facts. Speak clearly and let those who trust make decision. And please do one thing. Hold a crusade in the Middle Belt. Go to Benue, Plateau, or Southern Kaduna, where Christians have been killed, displaced, and buried in mass graves. Preach there, not only in the cities where there is comfort and applause. Do not tell me some are pastors and some are evangelists. The gospel is not about safety or title. Peter went, Paul went, others went. You can go too. Oh my God. This Donazai, you're too good. Maybe then you will understand that no political interest, no foreign policy, and no national image is greater than human life. Fantastic. Thank you, Donaza, for this wonderful reply and response to that shameless FOOLANI sympathizing pastor. That's how all of them are. Like Adeboye. I saw Adeboye's own. I don't know whether we can play Adeboye's own. Let me show you. I think I just passed it. When Adeboye was saying what he did during Goodluck Jonathan, you know, and that he will only protest today if Khan asked him to protest. Meanwhile, some other pastors are shouting and preaching. You know, NNC, I listened to NNC's one and I loved it. NNC is really screaming out loud. Listen to this shameless one that I exposed yesterday.
President.
Listen to him, oh. This one that I exposed yesterday, listen to him again.
The second time ever, for some years ago, when the current president at that time said all churches should protest around the streets where their churches are, protesting against killings going on in Nigeria, particularly against Christians. That day, on the Sunday that he said we should go out, I went out around the Butemeta. It was in the news. If you go into the archive, you see the television people. I think they came specially to cover me. And they focus on my placard. If I know a time like this will come, maybe I would have covered, I would have kept a video. On my placard, I wrote, "Every soul is precious to God." That's what's in my own placard, and I carried it myself.
You know the narrative this man is still pressing. You know the narrative this shameless old man is still pushing. When he's saying every soul is precious to God, he's trying to downplay the narrative that it is a Christian genocide. This old fool, that's exactly what he's trying to downplay. Although he's telling you that he protested during the time of Jonathan because the current president asked them to do so, and that he protested and he had a placard that said every soul matters. He's trying to downplay anyone trying to tell you that it is a Christian genocide. It is every soul that matters. We know that every soul matters, but it doesn't take away the fact that there is a Christian genocide. If you say it, you will not die. If you say it, you are not lying. But he will not say it because Tinubu doesn't want him to say it. Shameless old fool.
It was in my own placard, and I carried it myself. Every soul is precious to who? To God.
To who?
Christian souls, Muslim souls, even enemy souls.
Every soul is important to God. Christian souls, Muslim souls, even enemy souls. This man is evil. You see this man? This man doesn't know God. Who says that souls are not important? Why are you pressing it? Why are you making it? We know. But the fact that this man does not want to open his God-forsaken mouth to tell you that it is Christian genocide, he is actually painting the picture this way. Okay?
That's what I believe then. That's what I believe now. Because every soul you kill, for whatever reason, you're robbing God. The one who created every soul for his pleasure. And until the president of Ghana says something about the evil that is going on, I will not be talking.
Are you hearing him? Until the president of Khan says something about the evil going on. So he's trying to shift it on the president of Khan. He's telling you that it is because the president of Khan asked me to protest that time. That is why I protested. This man. You see this man? And now he's telling you that until the president of Khan says something, he will not be talking. Yeah. So president of Khan is now your Oga, Abi, because the president of Khan must tell you when to speak against evil, when to tell the whole world that Christians have been massacred. So if the president of Khan keeps quiet, you will also keep quiet. Okay? That's what you are saying now? He said, until the president of Cannes says something, he will not be speaking. That's what he said there.
It's going on. This is something. And until the president of Cannes says something about the evil that is going on, I will not be talking. And until the president of Cannes says something about the evil that is going on, I will not be talking.
But last time.
And until the president of Cannes says something about the evil that is going on, I will not be talking. What do you mean you will not be talking? I mean, I won't be talking to the people outside. There's nothing wrong in me talking to my own children.
So you have to, immediately he said it, the thing shocked. It didn't even shock him. It shocked him that he said so. It shocked him. Then he now have to explain. I won't be talking. When he said I won't be talking, that was what he meant. Then he had to, the thing shocked him. He knew that Vam and so many people will talk about it, and we will always expose him. And he had to say, it didn't mean I will be talking, but I will be talking to the people outside. I will be talking to my own people. Shame. What is disgrace? These people are disgrace to Christianity. Listen to Enenche. Enenche, these are different videos of Enenche. Give it to him. He has been speaking. And I don't know. I hope there are no pictures here.
Went to the displaced persons at the international market in Makodi. We are in.
I don't know. There may be some gory pictures. I don't know. I didn't watch this video, so I have to be very careful. I don't know whether there are some bloody pictures. But just watch this video. I posted it. Enenche spoke. Actually, he has been condemning these things. He almost got into trouble speaking about it. But the only thing that shocked me is that recently I didn't see him. I didn't actually see him, speak. Anyway, I don't know. It's about 13 minutes. Maybe I will go through this video very well. So if it is safe to be played, I'll play it maybe in the morning. It's a long one. Now, meanwhile, before we go, I want you to see a lot of things, a lot of videos. Oh my goodness me. This one, I wanted to play this one too. A lot of videos, a lot. This one was during the time of Jonathan. This one is a BBC man that has resigned. Tim Davie resigned as BBC director over Trump documentary edits. The BBC went ahead to edit Donald Trump's word in 2006, and they were caught pants down, and this shameless man have resigned. Busted and he resigned. Was busted and he resigned. So let me quickly bring this Adeola. It's a long Adeola's interview with Ezekiel. It's very long. I don't know. We may not be able to play it all. This is the interview. Very long. How many hours? 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay. 1 hour. No, I can't spend 1 hour here tonight again.
Also, how
We are living peacefully in this Dogona Hawa.
to play another one without music.
By about midnight, they invaded this village.
You know what?
We are living.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play it while I get myself ready to go to bed. It's about 1 hour. Maybe we can play half of it. This was a live interview from Adeola Fayehu. Adeola Fayehu had a live interaction this evening with Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo. Let's listen to it. Let me allow her to start. Yeah, let's allow her to start. Okay. Mm.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your patience. Me and the man of God, we've been on the phone for a really long time, trying to get that set up for this interview, and it has taken forever. So I truly appreciate that we're starting 7 minutes late. Daddy is finally able to join me. So I'm very happy that we were able to figure it out. I'm truly sorry. We've been on it for more than half hour, guys. So it's been crazy. Um, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. In case you don't know who Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo is, all the way from Plateau State, the man of God that has been shedding light on the killings that have been happening, especially in and around of Plateau State. I thought it would be nice for us to hear directly from him today, for him to give us more insight on what has been happening, for him to tell us if the Nigerian government has done anything, because the government said that they've been doing all that they can. We'd like to hear from him, being on ground, exactly what has the Nigerian government done, and also for us to know what we as regular Nigerians, what we can do. We don't have to wait for America to help us. What can we do right now as Nigerians who are genuinely concerned about what is happening on ground? And then after he answers my questions, I would allow you guys to also ask him your own questions. So I'm going to start out just playing his video for anybody that may not know who we're talking about. This is the man of God that we're talking about.
European Union, take note, this is the genocide of people that were killed on the fateful day of 7 March 2010.
Yeah, I'm going to
massacre of
this
Dogona Hawa Plateau State.
So, okay, everybody, I played that video just to remind us of who my guest is today. For those who might have not seen his video, I'm going to play one last video, which is very touching, very emotional, but this is a video that Daddy made very recently.
Will be the next. But for me, I've already told my family, my members, if they kidnap me, no.
I'm so sorry. That one has music, so I'm going to play another one without music. Just a minute for me to play that.
I don't know whether I'll be the next. I don't know whether I'll be the.
Okay, thank you.
Party should contribute one couple. My grace will speak that will lead to Christian liberation. That day is coming. I'm just waiting for them. Even I will tell them, please get me quickly, because nobody will be coming. And if they call home, they will tell them our daddy covenant last will that we should never pay a kobo. Please kill him, because my blood will be useful while I'm in the grave. He will fight to finish him. And I know Jesus has approved that for me.
Wow. Okay. Daddy, I don't know if you can still hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much
Yes,
for
I'm
joining
hearing
me.
you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining me, sir. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the videos that you've been making, bringing awareness to what has been happening, especially in Plateau State. So I'm not going to disclose a lot of information about you because of your security, but all I'm going to say is that you are based in Plateau State. Can you please tell us what the situation is like on ground? Also, how has things changed in Plateau State over the years? So that's my first question, sir.
I have to thank God for what God is doing. The real truth, we are just living recovering from trauma.
Okay, I need to tell him to stay in one place. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay, I'm going to play his video while I'm trying to get him back. Sorry, everyone.
I don't know whether I'll be the next. But for me, I've already told my family, my members, if they kidnap me, nobody should contribute one copper. My grace will speak that will lead to Christian liberation. That day is coming. I'm just waiting for them. Even I will tell them, please keep me quickly, because nobody will do cover. And if they call home, they will tell them our daddy covenant last will that we should never pay a kobo. Please kill him, because my blood will be useful while I'm in the grave. He will fight to finish him. And I know Jesus has approved that for me.
Isa Danjuma, all they are under the grave. Karos, Nash, Lydia E. Danjuma. See the name. 100 is moving to 66. Ended by Israel Simon, Lydia Bulus Juan, Da Labi Dung. And look at this place too. Dadung, Dagondung, Justina Gang, Sani, Pam, Victor Pam. To summarize, to go down to 126. Round up with Ungoti Tigwam. We move also to 127. Dan Juma Gwam, Victoria Zang, Tess Crooks. You have been looking for facts. Look at facts. To prove Nigeria government are biggest liar. If they taught them, they would say Muslims are also killed. By who? By Muslim terrorists. After they have eliminated Christian from Katsina, from Zamfara, from Borno, what next? Then the Christian that escaped from the far north, Sokoto, they were able to locate and come back to Plateau State. Because, and they moved down to the south. They escaped their life. Now, the rural villages of Sokoto, Muslim state, Katsina, Muslim state, if you find a Christian, is in the town, the city, headquarters of the state. That's where there's security. But in the villages, Boko Haram have taken over the villages. Once you're a Christian, you can only be a Christian by serving them as slaves in the local government.
Okay, everyone, I'm truly sorry once again that we lost him. I've been waiting for him to get back in the studio. His internet has been up and down all day. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting to hopefully get him back with me in the studio, I do see that there are some people who are joining us from Plateau State. So I honestly don't mind hearing from them as well. The whole purpose of doing this is just for us to have a better understanding of what is happening. I'm just trying to give it a few more minutes to see if the man of God will be able to join us. And then after that, I would open it up for anybody to join us, and they can tell us what is happening in Plateau State and also Benue State as well, and as well as Southern Kaduna. Those three places: Southern Kaduna, Benue State, and Plateau State. If you see me on the phone, it's because I'm calling the man of God. I'm calling. Oh, Daddy is back. Okay, let's hear from him before anything else happens. Please unmute yourself and let's hear from you, sir. Okay, please go ahead. Daddy, please go ahead.
Okay, it's back.
You're live. Yeah, you're live. Go ahead.
In fact, I'm Evangelist Ezekiel Dachomu, the Chairman, Regional Church Council, RCC Rob. At the same time, I have 42 villages under my leadership, which we have seen here since from 2010. Satan has been visiting us from one place to another, especially the Fulani terrorists, always embarrassing people, always embarrassing people. And this is what is happening with us. In fact, the truth is that we have seen torture. There's a genocide in Nigeria. I'm a victim of circumstances. My grandmother was killed. They removed her heart by the Fulani terrorists, the Muslim terrorists. My uncle was killed. They removed his tongue. My best friend, childhood friends, his wife, and 5 children were born alive in the house. I went there. I was live there. Her last born was a hardback. Fire got them born with the last born. I gave an order that they should bury them with that knife that has been broken in my grandmother's heart. At the same time, they should bury the wife of my childhood friends with her child behind, because they are all burned down, caused by Islamic terrorists. The monument, the grave is there. 13 people were killed in that day. And I went to Dogohawa, I saw that clips where 501 people were killed in one particular night. Dogohawa is a village just east of Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria. There's frequent attack. Will I say about the Christmas Eve? When everybody was preparing for Christmas Day on the Christmas Eve. Some were frying chicken, some were plaiting their hairs, children were just playing. Irons was going on from one house to another in preparation of the Christmas Day. Some are frying their meat, some have bought cow, they are sharing the meat so that it will work, so that they will celebrate the day with them. Some are preparing their rice for the Christmas Day. What happened? Suddenly, the Fulani terrorists raised a voice. They surround the village of Hurum. Hurum village is one of my local church council. And they scream out, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. What will happen next? Sporadic shooting. Shooting. People run helter-skelter. The children were able, some were able to escape. They slept in the bush. Come and see women are crying, running in the night. These people, they have their field day. Set houses on a blast. Things will begin to get worse. I was calling the night, I couldn't sleep. In the morning, I have to take my time
When people come for Christmas service, I order all men. I said, there's no service. Our brothers are in danger. All the vehicles that came to the church, I fueled them. I distribute money. We went to Block Industries to hire trucks. We moved down to the village. Come and see. Women, old men, helpless. Come and see blood. Children, some children, they were tired. They slept in the river. At the river bank, they were sleeping. I thought they were dead. But they were tired. We have to pack them into my car. The old men were packed to different vehicles. We evacuate them from that village. Come and see houses on fire. And this is live and direct as a narrative. Brought them to my compound in Barkiladi, the regional church council headquarters, residential. Come and see, other people are helping us. Some that are very strong, they were trekking for distance of kilometers. And we give God the glory that God really spared people that day. But many false casualties. I have to perform burial, packing corpses from one place to another. If you follow my Facebook, you will see live and direct. I am performing burial. I moved to another village again. We pack this thing, the corpse, we make burial. We moved to the next village. I was exhausted. People have run. Only chicken, goat that they cannot cut with, they are left in the village. I was at the mercy of God. Come and see corpses that I cannot do anything. We were all tired with some few youths that were accompanying me. Next village, come and see how they slaughter Christians. I wish I'm on my way to that monument place. These people came, they grabbed our lands. And these same people were able to kill Senator Danton and House of Assembly member FOOLANI. I'm going to his monument, to his own grave site. The senator, he was killed, but the Senate did not take any action, losing their colleagues because he's a Christian. Had it been he's a Muslim, they could have fought. This is the agony of Christians in Nigeria. In Gwaza, in the interior village, because we have people that are staying on top of mountains. They normally come down for trading to buy foodstuff back to the rock. The Boko Haram climbed to the rock. Come and see butchered. We cannot count the number of people they kill. The only thing from the ground, you can see vultures flying. And if they arrive at a village, during service, they choose Sunday, during service, people are in service, they will separate men from the women. And all the men, they will line up and slaughter each one of them. If you see a male adult surviving, he was not in the church. Maybe from the home, he has been at home or on the farm somewhere. Then he will escape. But those found in the church, they butchered them. The left women, they choose select women that they love, they rape them. And they shift to another village. This is the agony of a Christian in Nigeria. Come to Yalwa Shandam in Plateau State. Christians were in the service. The whole gang up and surround the church building. They locked the door with padlock and sent tear gas into the church. Throw gas into the church. They threw cylinder through the window into the church. In different direction. They set the place ablaze. Come and see, about 52 Christians were born life to death in Yalwa Shandam, the southern part of Plateau State of Nigeria. In Dogonawa, where 501 were killed in one night, they invited each other, insurgents from Niger, Chad, their sponsorates took over. This is fast finding. I saw a clip you saw, that is their monument with their name and script of it. I was there live that day that they came. In fact, in anger, I have to place my hand. Come and see blood running, slaughtering, running as a gutter. 501 people. Apart from the death that were in the bush, they couldn't get them until after some times. Vulture will attract us to that. They perform that mass barrier. When they enter the village around 12 midnight, they start by chanting Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. There are many people that are still alive in that village of Dogonahawa Gembruk. The real name is Gembruk, but when they came, we accommodate them. They changed the name of the place to Dogonahawa. That is how Christians are passing through. My sister, as I'm telling you now, my fellow brothers Christians, even the whole Islamic kingdom have already set a price on my head that any person that finds me and kills me, one thing they will do, they will reward him. So the terrorists are searching for me, helter-skelter from one village to another. Sometimes I will hear strange calls because when I spoke, it pains them. They came to Hepang Airport. They entered the village of Hepang. Hepang is just not to the international airport of Yakubu Gawang in Jos. We have received marginalization. They struck Hepang more than 10 times, about 13 times. And that place that you saw me in that grave that I was calling for help, calling Trump for help, they struck again. As I'm talking to you, I'm thinking of what to go and do with the family. And this is where God helped me to stand with the persecuted, to help the persecuted.
And this is the picture of exactly when I saw them. I showed the evidence of mass burial grave. I've not even finished it. There are many mass graves in different villages, more than 100 to 200 villages.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For everything you just said. I think watching at your own. It's echoing. Let me ask you, sir, if you don't mind. You mentioned that this has been happening since 2010. That's like 15 years ago now. The government said that they've done all that they can. Can you tell us, is this true? Has the Nigerian government done anything at all? Or what have they done in this area in Plateau State?
Let me tell you, if I say they have done nothing, I will be lying. Because they have been sending security to this place. Anytime they attack, they will send foodstuffs and blankets and mattresses to help the people. But the question is, why is it that after they have killed us, they will bring aid? Why can't they block and prevent this crisis before it happens? We normally give them the early sign. We call for help. Sometimes reluctantly they will come. Sometimes they will refuse to come until after they are finished dealing with us. Then you will see them arriving. That is why I will say they have been helping.
So they are not.
And the help, those that benefit from the help of the government, let me tell you something. They are more from Nigerian government more than us. Despite we are the one victims of killing. They protect them.
Can you repeat that, sir?
This is the agony of Christians. Can you repeat that, sir? Eh?
Can you repeat?
Can I hear you?
Yeah, please, can you repeat what you just said?
Let me tell you, the FOOLANI terrorists, the Muslim terrorists are benefiting from the government more than us, the Christian. When they send security, you will see security. Normally, they will take one side and protect them. And they will penetrate the military to our side, in which they can block them as they are going back to their base. But instead of that, you see the security will jump to our side and block us from pursuing them. After many casualties, I cry out during General Burtai, the Chief of Defense Staff, Defense. He didn't hear me. I continued to cry out until just 2 weeks ago that I cried out when they invented HEPAN. The military were nowhere to be found. We are left at the mercy of God. Fight and defend yourself.
So from what you are saying, sir, they don't protect you. They just come after you've been invaded to help. But they don't, in terms of security, you are not feeling any security from the Nigerian security forces.
You can see them, they will say they are waiting for orders from above. while they are butchering us even before their eyes. They will say they are waiting for order. That is the problem we have been facing. You cry. Some of them were not happy. The security are not happy. They want to react. But their leader may be a Muslim or a Christian that is in fear. If any one of them dare shoot, he will account for his bullet. And they will ask them, who ordered you to go in?
So are you saying that the military is...
This is the answer.
So are you saying that the military is compromised?
Out of many refuse to compromise. Yes.
Are you saying that the military has
I
been
said,
compromised? Are you saying that the military has been compromised?
100%. Only few that breaks the power, they disobey orders, then there will be court-martial for dismissal from the Nigerian army. And some decided to sacrifice.
What do you think is going on, sir? Why do you think, from what you are saying, why do you think that?
Hope you heard him. He said the military is compromised 100%. Because when the military come, as they call them some of the time, they don't do anything. When they ask them, why are you not doing anything? They will say they are waiting for orders from above. So if any one of them decides to shoot or decides to attack these terrorists, they are court-martialed by the military. They are either removed from the military service or they are, they are punished. They will account for the bullet they use against the terrorists that have already unalived 500 people. Are you watching? That bastard that said that there is no genocide, and he's a friend of the National Security Advisor, and he's a friend of the Afonja APC. Military don't respond. They come and he's saying it here. He's saying it here. They asked him, are they compromised? He said 100%. This man has seen it all. He has seen it all.
The military is refusing to protect you. Why do you think that they would rather wait till you've been attacked to say that they have come to help? What do you think is the end goal of what has been happening since 2010? What do you think is the end goal?
The end goal. The end goal that they have succeeded in grabbing our lands. Many villages, over 300 villages in Plateau State have relocated. They have grabbed it. They build houses without permission. They invite their neighbors from different places to come and build in their area. They are shifting to where we are. We cannot go to farm. When you go to farm, I'm sorry, you will be mutilated and killed. When they find a woman in the bush, they rape her. And our women, they don't know what to do. To go and look for firewood is a problem. They starve us. We have become slaves. They will invite us. If they say they want you to go and farm for them in their rural area and you refuse, they will allow you farm your farm. They will come and put their cows inside, destroy the entire farm.
Can you hear me, sir? Hello? I think his network is down again. Please give it a moment. If you're just joining us, today we're talking with Reverend Ezekiel the Chomo. He also goes by Evangelist Ezekiel the Chomo in Plateau State. He's been shedding light to what's been happening in Plateau State, according to him, since 2010, the last 15 years. Although looking at the comment section, some people are saying that it's been going on even before 2010. And so we've been asking him what's the situation on ground, which he's been explaining. And I've also been asking him about the military, what they've been doing. And according to him, he is saying that they don't really help them until after they've been attacked, then they bring relief materials. However, even if they show up while they were being attacked, he is alleging that they would always say that they are waiting for orders from above. And so because of that, they don't even shoot at the terrorists or try to prevent them from killing the villagers, that they will always say that they are waiting from orders from above. There's another question that I wanted to ask him real quick, which is how we can help, how regular people can help. Okay, he's back in the studio. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay, awesome.
Hello.
Before we lose you again, hopefully we don't, but can you please tell us, how can regular Nigerians help right now? Anybody that is moved by the story that you've been telling us, whether Christian, whether non-Christian, whether Muslim, anybody that is touched by what's been happening, how can they be of help? And if I hear you correctly, you said that more than 300 villages have had to relocate in Plateau State.
Yes. They have relocated to other towns or urban area.
More than
because they cannot go back, including me, my farm, including me. There are areas, my farm that I used to farm, my father used to farm, they have occupied.
So how can regular Nigerians?
They build houses on it.
How can people help?
The only thing, prayers.
Okay, so besides
it's only through prayers.
Who are the lawmakers? Who are the lawmakers representing your constituency? Who can we petition besides prayers?
Let me tell you, the lawmakers, some of them are sponsors of these atrocities. Imagine the lawmakers sat down and they were still denying, some of them were denying there is no genocide. Because the lawmakers, they make the law in such a way that the Islamic people have occupied. So when we come out with a no, they counter it. This is the problem we have. Even if they put a Christian, he will become a dancing tune to their tune. When it comes to recruitment in Nigerian army or police, you will discover Muslims are more valuable than Christians. Police and Delson, you find about 8 to 9 Muslims, only one can be a Christian or 2. This is the pain we are inside, the agony of Christian in Nigeria. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir, but please
are you hearing me?
How can we help? How can the world help right now? How can people help?
What the world help, the world must come out and help Nigerian government to deal with terrorists. Because security has been infiltrated by repented Boko Haram. They observed them during General Burutai, the former chief of defense. He observed the repentant Boko Haram, and it was a tactic. Now they are a threat to Nigerian security. They give information, like imagine just by my side here, they kill a soldier.
So I'm not talking
a
about
soldier
like
man,
but they
give information.
So, but I'm not talking about help. I'm not talking about help for the government. I'm talking about help for the people on ground. How can we help the people on ground? You told me earlier.
In fact, you can help us through Zoom.
Sir?
Okay, you can help us through building materials. Building materials so that we can go back to our home. Because many are squatting in the city, in the town. They cannot go to villages. Only few houses we were able to raise, and people have gone back. Building materials, you can help us by supporting us.
But there is no
and
security.
The government, we have become security of ourselves. As I'm talking to you now, every night, men, father and his children, male children, will be sleeping outside. It's only the women that sleep in the house. They have to sleep outside. As I'm talking, men are outside now.
Is that
it is about 9. They have to stay and sleep.
So that they can protect their homes in case the terrorists
their children, yes, would protect our houses, the few that are, we erase them back after being born. Because we can't leave the land. They want to occupy our houses by force. They want to inherit what they did not keep. This is the agony of Christian. Pray for us.
So, what about your governor, sir?
Our governor's house is hands are tied because he's a Christian. If you dare make mistake and go into something, impeach, they will declare a state of emergency because it's a Christian state.
But
I've told the governor
in a state of emergency.
He should be careful.
The state is already in a place of it's already in a state of emergency.
No, if it says state of emergency as they did the other one, they will remove the governor and bring a caretaker to take over. That's what I mean. And all the house, they did it in Rivers State, in Nigeria. They have once done it to Plateau State. During Governor Darie, they removed him. Together with his deputy, they suspended the House of Assembly member for 6 months. State under state of emergency because it is a Christian state. Katsina is facing worse crisis than ours. Zamfara, Maiduguri, Borno State. Why didn't they declare state of emergency? Because it's a Muslim state. This is the pain that we are passing through.
So, in one of your videos,
this is the life of a Christian in Nigeria.
In one of your videos, you talked about in one of your videos, you talked about President Trump coming to help in Plateau State. Exactly what are you hoping that President
Yes.
Trump will do, sir?
To send his soldiers. They should come and help us as they did to Afghanistan, to Iraq. They did that in Iraq. Why can't they do it to us? They declare that two states to be done. The Hamas, the Palestinians. Nobody is coming to help us. But the world went to help. The world went to help the Palestinians and stand by them. But Nigerian government don't want the world to know about what we are passing through as Christians in Nigeria. That is why they came out and said there's no genocide. Imagine the vice president coming to the United Nations saying the issue of Hamas should be looked into it. While we are the Hamas of Nigeria as Christians. Politically, they committed genocide. The president is a Muslim. The vice president is the Muslim. When it comes to politics, the Christian completely, they committed genocide on the Christian. They don't have a say in this government. Only those that can dance to their tune, then they brought them close to cover up that we also have Christian. If he touch the president, he will say his wife is a Christian. Then why not your vice to become a Christian?
Let me
That's
ask you,
hypocrisy.
have you tried to reach the popular pastors in Nigeria? People like Reverend Oyedepo, Reverend Adeboye, Pastor
No, I've not even tried, and I will not. I've not even tried, and I will not try. Don't they see what is happening? They have members. Let the Holy Spirit convict them to see what we are passing through. When somebody cry out, Trump, come and help us. Let me tell you, this thing happened in Exodus chapter 3 verse 7. When God had the cry of Israel in Egypt, he said, let us go down for have consign for my people in Egypt. Let us go down and help them. And let me tell you, the same thing, Trump saying, let him come down to Nigeria and help. We are crying. God says, I heard their cry. It takes those that have burden to cry out. If you don't have burden, you can't cry out. Even Jesus cry out and say, Father, Father, yes, Sabatani, why have you forsaken me?
Okay.
But for me, I'm saying, God, don't forsake us. If we have sinned, forgive us. Save us from the Islamic agenda that is satanic.
Thank you so much, sir. I wish that more pastors, especially popular pastors, would, speak more on the situation of things as you've been speaking. And a lot of people in the comment section, by the way, they appreciate you for all that you've been doing. I also do appreciate you. And more importantly, everybody in the comment section is kind of worried about your safety. I know you made a video that if they come for you, nobody should contribute money and all, but we really need you. We
Yes,
need your
that is the truth.
Yes, but we need you to be able to keep talking. So your security is very, very important, just like everybody else's security as well. But please, people would just like to beg of you to be extra cautious.
So let me explain to you why I make that statement.
Okay.
Let me explain to you why I make that statement. It is part of Islamic agenda to plunder us. And that is the truth. They want to plunder us. They will kidnap Christians. They will ask for millions. And some will go and borrow. Recently, they just kidnapped one.
Okay, I think his internet went out again. This has been really sad, guys. I'm trying so hard to keep it together. His internet is down again. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay. His internet is down again. But I wanted to thank everybody that joined this live interview. I've asked a number of times how we can be of help, but from everything he said, I think security absolutely is the number one thing, which there's nothing we can do about the security. I personally would, speak more on this on the show, try to pressure our lawmakers, our governments to do more. But beyond that, I'm gonna ask him if it's okay for us to do some fundraising for people who may be injured right now at the hospital, people who are finding it hard to make ends meet since they've taken over their farms and so on and so forth. But more importantly is to put pressure on the Nigerian government to do the needful. Hello, can you hear me, sir? Hello?
Doing the needful.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
Hello? Okay,
Hello.
so your internet went off.
Definitely. Okay. Are you hearing me?
It's echoing again. We hear you, but we are not seeing you. We hear you, but okay, I see you now.
You have not seen me?
Yeah, we see you now. You can. Yeah. Is there any last thing
The last thing that I would say, we need support. Seriously, because many undiluted truth. Come and see our crops. If you go to my Facebook, you will see how they destroy our crops. They incite cattle into the crops in the different field. Now hunger is tormenting people. Even my land, a very large hectare of popcorn, they went inside and destroyed everything.
So,
and this is what we have been passing through.
So, if we raise money, sorry, I can do some fundraising. So, if we do some fundraising, this thing is echoing. Will it help in terms of feeding people?
In fact, it will help a bit because right now there are many widows. As I'm talking to you, I have 2 corpses on the ground. Tomorrow we are going for the burial, killed by FOOLANI terrorists. And these people left their wives. I've organized on Thursday, I want to see all the widows that their husbands were killed by Islamic militias. And I will see what I have in my possession to support them. Because they are in the hardship, many of them, their farmland has been destroyed by terrorists. Even when corn has ripe, they pluck it out to cook it for their people. They pluck it out to feed their cows.
Okay.
And this is what we are passing through. We need support from you.
Okay, sir. So
Please stand for us.
will
Be our
organize,
Esther.
I will organize a fundraising, but let me not keep you too late, sir, because I know it's already afternoon. So I will organize a fundraising, and then it will be public on GoFundMe, and then we would send it. I would do a fundraising not just for Plateau State, but also for Benue, Southern Kaduna, and then I will let you know once we're done with the fundraising. It will be public, everybody will see it. But I don't know why it's echoing. But, I wanted to thank you so much for your time tonight, for coming on the show, for explaining to us what has been happening, for enlightening us about what's been going on since 2010. And I'm really hoping and praying for your safety, your security, and your family, and everybody around you as well. And our deepest condolences to all the people that has lost their loved ones.
Throne to send soldiers quickly. Not only us, the Muslim will benefit from his coming, because they are really in bondage.
Trump, right?
Because the beast that they have raised, it has grown. It started eating after killing all the Christians in the rural areas in the far north. So they have relocated to. So what are they supposed to do? They went into killing Muslims. That's why you say, why are they killing their fellow brother? Because of sect, of religion. The Izalas, the Rikas, the Shias, and the Izalas, many of them are the terrorists. So they meet other sects, whether in the mosques, they will kill them. So Trump should come quickly, not only for Christian, but also for Muslim too. Because we love them. We know the pain that they are passing through. Because there is no more Christian to kill in the far north. Now they are bouncing off their brothers. Now they are coming back. They are shifting to our side now with heavy lot of machineries. Supplied by some leadership in America, in which the materials went into their hands. It is the same material, the weapons that they use. They remove President Goodluck because he's a Christian from the throne, and Buhari came in.
So
my sister, I'm praying that sleep.
It's been like an hour. Sorry, it keeps echoing.
Thank you very
The interview has
much.
been like an hour, and if I remember correctly, you were having dinner when we started this conversation. I feel bad. Let me allow you to go back and finish your food. Thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it, and I'm grateful to everybody that joined. Some people donated money for the channel. I truly appreciate you. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're yet to. Thank you so much, sir. I will still bring you back after we make donations if it helps at all. And I'll also try to reach your governor if he will speak to us. And more importantly, we would keep putting pressure on the government to do the needful. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good night, sir.
Pray for our government. Pray for us. Pray for us. We will survive through your prayer and donation. We will survive by the power of Jesus Christ. We will survive. We are remaining loyal to those that will support us. God bless you. God bless you and your entire family. Your star should never be darkened in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody. So much, all right. Bye.
Wow, I was able to play it all to the end. Yeah, because it was very, very emotional. And we'll leave it there. Let's continue to share these messages. Thank you, Adeola, for this particular interview. That was a good one. At least those that are saying there was no genocide, you're seeing it. And as Deola is calling for this support, those that can reach out, those that are following her, those that know how to support, do something for some brethren, support these people. Yes, as much as you can. God bless you. And may God continue to increase the boldness and strength of our brother. We have Prof. I have someone in my studio, Prof. Datao. Prof. Datao in my studio. Who is there? Can you show me your video? In my studio, there's someone there. Can you show me your video so that I will be sure I don't have a... Can you show me your video? You can look it up after. Because this name is not familiar. Prof. Datao. Show me your video in a minute. Otherwise, I'll leave you because I need to go to bed. It's 1 a.m. here, so I don't need to waste my time asking you to show me your video, and you won't. Anyway, thank you, everyone. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you later this morning. I'll see you later this morning. God bless you all. Yeah, I think we should pray before we go.
ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ọka aka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etu gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi. Onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbodo ekwensu bụ zuru nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na-eji ama mgbe niile. N'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga ka anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikonu ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwere onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara onye bụ ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise.
Thank you. Yeah, Prof. Datao.
Hello, good day, Pastor Van Van. You hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I just joined the show late, and I have to say thank you for bringing such an interview. You understand? Yeah. It's just a pity. This thing pains me. It reminds me what Nnamdi Kanu said, that we, the black man, have a problem. They're killing people in Nigeria. They're killing Christians. They're killing people, but some people still have the audacity to say this is not happening. What kind of nonsense is this?
It's terrible.
I've never seen this kind of thing in Lagos.
Oh,
let's go for the one in Ghana. I laughed. Somebody says he's sick, whatever. Say no genocide. I'm just laughing. But I tell people, I want this Donald Trump's strike to come fast, because it is clear the security people are not. They're not there to help. You see what the Reverend said. They are not there to help. In short, to me, they're just pretending.
Yes.
They will just provide that so-kind blanket and so on. Behind the scene, they will send soldiers. That's it. Behind the scene, they will set up the soldiers.
Yes.
I don't know what kind of nation is this.
They just want Donald Trump to think that they are doing something so that he will go back. Their pastor, Adebayo, said he should beg
Hello.
for 100 days.
I don't know what kind of nation is this.
Terrible. It's terrible. Thank you for your contribution. There.
Hello. I don't know what kind of nation is this. A terrible thing. Huh.
Yeah. Thank you for your contribution anyway. All right. Fellow Biafrans, we haven't prayed already. We're going to leave it here. See you tomorrow or later today. Catch your phone.